Hey, how's it going? This is Curtis with Track Rider Trucking LLC. I'm going to give you another update. I'm still in Pennsylvania, unfortunately, but no pun on that, Philip. No pun at all. But what happened yesterday, I was at the 90, as we talked about, when I was sitting there, and ended up sitting in the dock area. I got there, I was the first one in line inside the receiving office at about 4:15 in the morning yesterday morning, and they put me in an automatic dock at dock 9 at right after I left, and went in there and got docked and everything. But this was probably around 5 o'clock, and then I sit there to almost 11 o'clock before they finished offloading me. Of course, I ain't seen nothing that says I'm going to get detention on it, so there we go there. Well, anyway, I get a proposed load I talked to you about, trying to get me out of Pennsylvania, sending me to Kansas. Well, it was still on looming, but the problem was the original appointment time was 10 a.m. Of course, I was well past that, so I wrote a email back to him, or message back to the fleet manager, and told him, I ain't going to make this appointment. And he come back and said, okay. He says, let me see if I can make other arrangements. Well, they adjusted it 12 noon, which didn't help me matters none, because here I was 11 o'clock, and I still had to get a washout because this trailer was trashed. And the nearest washout in this area, now I'm talking, I was in, I can't remember, Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, and my load was in Kensington, Pennsylvania, which is about 41 miles away from my 90. And the only close washouts were tanker facilities, and they were located on the northern end of Pittsburgh, which is about 65 miles away. So that's the only choices I had. Well, I took off and didn't know what to do, so he said, I'll work on trying to get it extended until about 1500, see what you can do about making it. Okay, fine. Well, I need to start evaluating this a little bit closer and just flat out tell them I decline the load and wait for a different load. But I don't, because it's not me. So anyway, with that being said, I went ahead and took off, accepted the load, and took off to go get the washout. Well, I went to this one facility, and they told me it'd be a 2 to 3 hour wait list because there was a bunch of tankers in front of me. And then I said, and then I looked on there, and there was one across the river. So I took off, called them, and they said, sure, we'll take you in. That's no problem. You guys are one of our prime customers anyway. And I said, cool. So I took off about 3 miles away, got over there. They were all at break, but I was able to get it in and out in about an hour. So I got on the road, and I was hauling butt to get over here to this location. Of course, we're talking another 30 miles back this way. So total empty trailer miles was, instead of 41, was 111 miles. Do you get compensated for that? No. Of course not. It's on you. It's your fault. It's always the driver's fault, not the freaking sales. It's not nobody but your fault. So anyway, I go ahead and I take off and head over here. Well, in Pennsylvania, you get on these back roads, and they're small and just almost unaccessible. Not a trucker's ride, let me put it that way. But I got on over here, and then I had a wreck that was not, I didn't have a wreck. There was a wreck involvement, a tractor trailer and a car. So I had to do maneuvering to get on the bridge to get over here. As soon as I pull in, I get another message. In fact, two. The first one said that my appointment time was changed to between 8 o'clock, 0800 to 10 o'clock the next day on the 27th. I said, what? Here I am sitting here already. I've made it. I got here at 3:35 p.m. 35 minutes before. They didn't ever get appointment time scheduled. And then about 5 seconds later, get another one, and they change it to 0700. I'm thinking, geez. So I called the fleet manager. I said, what's going on? He says, well, we couldn't get it. They wouldn't do nothing for you for the rest of the day because he shut down like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they don't appreciate that. They don't accept the appointments. So the earliest we can get you in is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Said, have a nice night and rest. I said, well, there you go. Screwed again. So I sit there, and then I went ahead and walked up. I did my old one call because I was here. I was already here. I said, man, I'm already on site. He said, well, you're not going to get in until tomorrow. I said, well, appreciate you. Thank you. Bullshit. I was pissed. So, and I don't care if anybody says anything. I really don't care because I'm about tired of this crap. It's always the driver's fault. It's never nobody else's fault but ours. Even though everybody knows we can't, if you got a live meat load, you're not going to get away with blowing the damn thing out or sweeping it out. It don't work that way. You have to get a washout, disinfect it, all the 9 yards. But they don't give a crap. They could care less. So anyway, I'm sitting here. I went ahead and I said, okay, I'm going to go up and tell the guards I'm here. So I went up to the nice young lady. She sat there and she told me, well, yeah, you were on the list for the this morning at 10, but they put you on the list for tomorrow morning. I said, I realize I got an appointment at 7. She said, well, let me reiterate. They put you down as a work-in. And I said, well, what's that mean? She said, well, they open up the doors at 7 a.m. That means you may get in there at 7 a.m. You may not get in there till 2:30 in the afternoon. You're on a standby list. And I said, God, great. Now, no changes made to the 90, okay? Yeah, you've got to still get to the 90, even though these freaking trucks only drive maximum 65 mile an hour. And they don't do that either. They don't, let me tell you. So I guess you're supposed to put nitrous oxide in your engine and drive there, I guess. So anyway, so I'm sitting there contemplating my demise, and I'm saying, well, I'm going to be screwed. So I'm sitting there, and I get up at 5 o'clock, so I want to pre-cool the Reaper because it had to be pre-cooled in the -10. So I get all that taken care of. I get up at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm sitting here, and I decided, oh well, I'm up. I'll drink a few cups of coffee, talk to my buddy Bill, and just sit here and mull around, watch the TV or whatever. I'm not tired because I've had plenty of rest these last few days, let me tell you, because it's just been ungodly easy because I ain't done nothing. It's always wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. Anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting, and I walk down here to use their restroom, and the guard tells me, well, we don't know if there's going to be a spot. You got about 4 or 5 trucks ahead of you that's supposed to be docked in on appointment, so as soon as they get an open spot, they'll come and holler at us and we'll come get you. And I said, okay, fine. So basically about 10 o'clock or 10:30, quarter to 11, he knocks on my door and says, yeah, they got you an open slot. Go ahead and back into door number 2. So I get back in the door. They're actually loading me as we speak. And now it's 11:48 in the morning Eastern Daylight Time. And I still have to make my 90 tomorrow and it's an open window, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be difficult to make it. My concern is because I was counting on this load to be, because if it had been a normal situation, I'd have been almost there today. Because I would have had all day. I had a clock out the booty. I could have drove all day or all evening last night, parked, been settled in, and then drove it on in the next day. I could have been there probably this evening, just sitting there waiting for 5 o'clock in the morning to drop it off, because I have a window between 5 a.m. tomorrow morning and 23:59 tomorrow night. So technically, I'm technically good to go. So anyway, everything on that part's okay and good to go. So anyway, that part right there, I think I still do. But the concern I had is because I wanted this on this week's settlement. I had to ask him. I said, under the circumstances, and not saying that I got screwed, under the circumstances with all the delays and me on a standby sheet, is there any way possible we can get this taken care of and put on this settlement? Well, I guess apparently my fleet manager want to guarantee that we'll get it empty by tomorrow. I don't foresee a problem getting it empty. I just don't know what time I'm going to get there tomorrow. My concern is I want to be able to count this in by 1600 hours tomorrow by the deadline settlement time. And that's all I care about. I'll get it there tomorrow. It'll be in the hole. It'll be within my DD, the prescribed appointment time before the drop dead time schedule tomorrow night. So I'm not concerned about that. And hopefully the weather holds off. I understand that over by Kansas City and all them got some snow and ice. So hopefully that's all melted off by the time I get there tomorrow. We'll see. It's been nice over here. It's been in the mid-50s. It's overcast, a little bit of rain here and there, but it's not been that bad here. So hopefully here in the next, well, I'm green now, so it looks like I'm loaded. So that's a good sign. I don't know if that's good on my tandems, but we'll see. So right now we're hoping to see, he should be coming out with my bills here shortly. I can get loaded and I get out here and get my 90 call in, my live load call, and I'm getting on the highway. I've got a pretty good time right now. I kind of did a rookie mistake a while ago. My clock got started, and I'm at the 13 hours left on my 14. I have not started my drive clock or my 8-hour respiratory clock, so I'll have some time. I'll have some window time there, probably roughly about an hour. Yeah, a full hour, almost 2 hours to work with in the gap, so I should be able to get down the road quite a ways. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I got to shoot for as much as I can put in today, because I want a short run tomorrow if I can get one. But anyway, guys, that's what's going on with me right now. I'm still in Pennsylvania. I'm headed toward Kansas. Hopefully I can get there by tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm going to hopefully get a small load into Springfield for repower, because I've got an appointment on Friday. On Thursday I'll have to shut down, but hopefully I can get out of there and go home and get this appointment done. I'm going to go ahead and take an extra day and be back on the truck on Sunday. I want to take the extra day because there's some stuff going on Saturday I want to be with, and I definitely want to take my wife out to dinner for our anniversary that just passed, and replenish myself and get off the truck again, because it's getting to the point where I can't stand to be on here more than 2 to 3 weeks anymore because of all the crap that we have to put up with as drivers. But anyway, I just wanted to let you all know what's going on, and we'll keep in touch, and I'll let you know what's happening by at least tomorrow sometime, okay? So remember, thanks again for subscribing, comments, and likes, and always remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. Y'all be careful now. We'll talk soon. Bye.